Duck Dynasty's Robertson family get real in documentary about the ways they were saved by their faith and the ways they triumphed over adversity. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching for more details. Duck Dynasty's Robertson family has been on TV for a long time, so one would think they've shared everything there is to share, but in a YouTube documentary, the family members opened up about their personal struggles. Duck Dynasty originally ran from 2012 to 2017 and introduced the Robertson family, including patriarch Phil Robertson, his sons, and their families. Phil, who passed away in May of 2025, was the founder of Duck Commander, a duck hunting equipment company. A reboot of the show, Duck Dynasty, The Revival, premiered in June 2025. The YouTube documentary, produced by I Am Second, is called Dysfunction to Dynasty and features 8 short films centered on the Robertsons. The Robertson family participated in the documentary, which premiered in 2021 and is divided up into chapters. The chapters focus on different family members and their struggles, including Phil and his drinking, and son Jep Robertson and his battle with drugs. It's a no-holds-barred look at the family, with subjects like infidelity and substance abuse discussed, and the way the family triumphed through it all. The patriarch got real about his drinking problem. In Sich 1, Phil Robertson, Drunk and Lawless, Phil speaks frankly about his battle with alcohol. He described a difficult childhood and how he and his wife, Miss K. Robertson, met and married as teens. Miss K said that they were so in love, but so poor, and they had their first child shortly after getting married. Phil was attending Louisiana Tech University on a football scholarship, and his wife said she could see the changes in Phil as he spent more time with his teammates than his young family. Phil started drinking, and as they had their second son, it got worse. Phil described how he met someone who wanted to introduce him to Jesus, but Phil ran him away. Phil continued his downward spiral as they welcomed another child. Miss K described the next chapter of their lives as dark, as Phil's drinking led to him getting into trouble with the law. Phil's drinking escalated to the point where Miss K said she told their kids, "That's not your daddy. That's the devil in your dad." At his darkest point, Phil said he kicked his wife and kids out and began looking for a way out. He eventually reconnected with the person who had wanted to introduce Phil to Jesus, and Phil found religion. It changed Phil's life forever. Youngest son opens up about drug abuse. In Chapter 5 of the Robertson documentary, Jep Robertson, the youngest son, discussed how he fell into drug abuse in high school. Jep said he was doing anything that was put in front of me. Jep said that there were nights where he was so messed up, he had no idea what he did. Eventually, drugs consumed his life. He felt lost and was hiding his addictions from his family. His family eventually confronted him, telling him that if he decided to follow Jesus, they would support him. If not, he'd be on his own. Jep was relieved that his family was willing to help him. He recalled seeing his dad cry that day, which was a rare occurrence. It was an emotional day for the Robertson family, and Jep decided to turn his life around right then and there. Phil's long-lost daughter speaks. Chapter 8 sees another Robertson relative tell her side of the story. Phyllis Robertson Thomas discovered she was Phil's biological daughter in 2019 after her son did a DNA test. Phyllis was stunned to find out that the man she thought was her father was not, and that her father was actually Phil from Duck Dynasty. Phyllis and her sister decided to go to a church event where Phil would be speaking. Phyllis described the day as emotional, and she wasn't sure she would be able to actually talk to Phil. At the event, Phyllis approached Jace Robertson and asked him to give his dad, Phil, a letter revealing that she was his daughter. After a DNA test confirmed that Phyllis was Phil's biological daughter, the family embraced her. She said meeting Phil for the first time was like coming home. Phil described discovering Phyllis as a blessing that was better late than never. Phyllis was welcomed into the Robertson family immediately, and she's a valued member to this day.